Hi guys, welcome to this beautiful oasis and to your morning yoga class. Today's class is all about opening the back of the hamstrings. So if you're feeling really tight today in the morning or you're waking up a little sore and uncomfortable in your body, this is a perfect class for you. So if you're ready, grab your yoga mat, some water, and let's get started. Okay guys, so let's get started. Sitting up nice and tall, bringing your shoulders up to your ears, rolling them back behind you, opening your chest forward. Imagine like there's a string pulling you up from the crown of your head, lengthening your spine. Close your eyes. Begin to feel heavy in your sit bones. Palms are on your knees, facing upwards. Just beginning to bring a softness into your body. Beginning to feel the muscles melting away from your bones. As you allow yourself to get real present here on your mat. Honoring this time that you've carved out for yourself, whether it's in the morning before you start your day or in the afternoon. This is your time. Let's gently begin to connect with the breath, just observing the natural ebb and flow of your breath. All begin to deepen our breath, inhaling through our nose, and exhaling through the mouth, big sigh. 2 more times just like this, big inhale through the nose. Exhale, open the mouth, let it all go. One last time, just like this, big inhale. Open mouth, let it all go. On this final breath, taking a nice big inhale for a count of 3, 2, 1. Holding the breath at the top, retaining the breath, pulling the belly in towards the spine. Pulling your pelvic floor upwards. And then releasing this time through the nose for a count of 3, 2, 1. And then just noticing where you're at today. Listening to the howler monkeys behind me. Observing any sounds, sensations that you're feeling. Good. When you're ready, gently bringing your palms to touch in front of your heart center, thumbs pressing into your chest, into your heart. Taking a moment here to set your intention for your practice. What brought you to your yoga mat today? Are you cultivating or are you releasing? Just take a moment to honor this practice today. Beautiful, and then from here, gently, slowly beginning to open the eyes as you take in the color of your mat. Gently lifting your head up, and let's take a big inhale to start our practice. Raising the hands up, touch the palms together, and then as you exhale, press the air away, feeling that energetic field around you. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Touch your palms, exhale, let it all go as you touch the auric field around you. 1 last time, big inhale. And exhale, let it all go. Touch your right fingertips to the mat. Slide it down the mat and then take your left hand, a big inhale. Take your palm over top of your head, palm facing downward. It's a nice opening here, side body stretch for your right side. See if you can peel your chest open towards the sky. Pressing your right hand into the ground. You're not shrinking in the shoulder, we're opening up the shoulder to the neck. One last breath here. And as you exhale, just window the hands over to the other side. Inhaling this time with the right hand. And then see if you can twist your chest open towards the sky. Pressing into the left palm this time. One more big breath. Bringing it back to center. Beautiful. Spread your fingers nice and wide and take them down to your mat. Let's take it into tabletop. So spreading your fingers nice and wide, shoulders on top of your wrists, hips on top of your knees. Let's just take it into some simple cat and cows. So bringing your toes underneath. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, release the toes, round through the spine, bring the chin in towards the chest. Let's do this a couple more times. Following the rhythm of your own breath. Pulling the belly up and in as you curl through the spine. Final one. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to curl the back toes under, press back into downward dog. Let's take a nice and wide downward dog today. Taking your feet as wide as the mat, spreading your fingers nice and wide. Pressing into our index and our thumb. And then see if we can roll our biceps in towards each other. Maybe even pedaling the feet left and right if that feels right for you, if your hamstrings are super tight. And then coming high onto our tippy toes, see if you can lengthen out through your arms as you allow your chest to come more forward. And then from here, slowly releasing the legs, feeling that length in the sit bones, lengthening out through the hamstrings even more. Beautiful. And then from here, let's walk our feet back to hip distance. Let's take a little side stretch here. So taking our right hand and interlacing it around your left ankle, around the outside of your left ankle, and then see if you can look under your left armpit. Just a nice opening for the left shoulder, the upper back here for the hamstrings. And gently bringing it back to center. Let's switch hands. So left hand this time wraps around the outside of the right ankle and then looking under our right armpit. Pulling on our right ankle to really twist open, finding more space. And then slowly, gently coming back to center, back to our downward dog. Let's walk our hands towards our feet. Bending our knees nice and deep here as we interlace either elbow, allowing our head to fall, shaking it from side to side. Just feeling into this first forward fold, maybe pedaling out the feet, Pedaling out the knees, swinging from side to side. And then from here, take your palms to the earth and let's inhale, halfway lift, hands above your knees, flat spine. And then exhale, fold. Take your hands to the outside of the shins as you roll down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Really bending your knees here, curling into a little ball. Let's do that 1 more time. Inhale. Flat spine. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. From here, we're going to roll all the way up to standing. So bend your knees a lot here, like your fabric draping over your knees. Head is last to come up. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. Coming back to the intention of your practice here, tuck your pelvis under, standing tall in your mountain pose. Taking 1 big breath here. Have a beautiful practice. Inhale, reach your arms up, touch your palms. Exhale, swan dive forward, bending your knees here for the first one. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, walk your hands out to the front of the mat, back into your downward dog. So spreading your fingers nice and wide, we're going to roll into a plank. So really rolling through the spine. So as we inhale, we're going to round through the upper back, coming high onto our tippy toes and rolling into a plank pose. And then from here, you're going to exhale, bring your sit bones high to the sky, coming back to downward dog. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, bring your hips high to the sky. 1 last time. Inhale, roll forward. Really puff up the back of the chest. Tuck your belly in towards your spine. And this time, hold. So we're holding the plank. Shoulders are stacked on top of your wrists. So really strong through the arms here, strong through the legs, kneecaps pulling up towards the sky. Tuck your pelvis under as you lift your belly button up towards your spine. For 3, for 2, for 1. Drop your knees, lower all the way down to the mat. Release your toes, inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down, press through your hands. Coming back into downward dog. From here, we're going to inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Take it wide. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, step it all the way through. So lowering the left knee onto the mat, taking your hands nice and wide here, and just opening up the chest as you glide your hands back behind you, squeezing your shoulder blades behind you, opening the chest forward. Tuck the belly in towards the spine, scissoring the inner thighs together. Right hip back, left hip forward. Just opening the chest here. 1 more big breath. Beautiful. And then inhaling your hands all the way up to the sky. Take your hands through heart center. Dropping your left palm to the ground. Inhale, right palm up. Easy twist on your knee. One more big breath. Exhale, frame the foot, curl the back toes under, press your right leg all the way high to the sky. Lower down, downward dog. Let's take it over to the other side, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, take it wide. Left knee to left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, cross it across the chest to the right elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, release the foot in between your hands. Lower the left knee down to the mat. Again, taking your arms nice and wide beside you, opening up through the chest, scissoring the inner thighs together. This time, left hip back, right hip forward. Pull the belly in towards the spine. We're not splaying out. Just taking this moment, open heart. One more big breath here. And then inhale the hands up towards the sky. And then bring it down through your chest. This time, right hand down, a left hand up. Easy twist. One more big breath. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Curl those right toes under and step your left leg up and back. Exhale, lower down, downward dog. Again, let's roll forward. So puff up to the back of the chest, roll forward to a plank. Exhale, lower your knees or come into full chaturanga, lowering all the way down to the mat. Your choice. Uncurl the toes. Let's take one more baby cobra here. Exhale, lower down, press through the hands, through the knees, curl the toes under, back to downward dog. This time we're going to tiptoe the toes up towards and meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, hands above your knees. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's roll all the way up to standing. Hands above your head. Touch your palms together. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, up and away. Touch your palms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hands flat on the earth. Take the right foot all the way back. So this time from here, listen carefully. So we're in low lunge. And from here, we're just going to begin to straighten the left leg as we press the right heel down into the earth. So it's going to be hovering a little bit. So we're just stretching out the hamstrings here. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And it's okay here if you have your knee slightly bent, if your hamstrings are super tight. Just pressing that right heel down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Just staying here. For one more breath. Beautiful. And then coming back into your low lunge. So rebending that left leg and then dropping your right knee down to the mat. We're going to come into half Hanumanasana. So taking your hips back behind you as you come up onto the heel of your left foot, toes up towards the ceiling. So your hips should be stacked right on top of your knee. And then from here again, we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Finding that gentle flow with our breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Last time. Exhale, fold. So see if you can breathe into any discomfort you're feeling in the back of your left hamstring, maybe even rubbing your right hand along the back of your hamstring, just giving it a little bit love. Just noticing where it's tight, maybe even giving it a little massage. This is your practice. Beautiful, and then slowly, gently coming back into your low lunge with your right knee down this time. Curl your right toes under, and then inhale your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, release it down. Tiptoe your toes all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bending the knees. Inhale, let's roll all the way up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Knees are nice and bent. Take your time. Inhale, roll all the way up. Touch the palms. Exhale, hands through heart center. Again, inhale, up and back. Touch the palms. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips grazing the mat, or again, fingertips on top of the knees. Your choice. Exhale, fold. Straight legs or bent legs. Planting the palms. This time, take the left leg all the way to the back of the mat. Low lunge. Low lunge. So again, coming high onto the toes of the left foot. Low lunge, so knee is stacked on top of the ankle. And then from here, we're just going to begin to straighten that right leg as we press down into that left heel, taking it down to the ground. So if it's really difficult for you to touch the ground here, bend your knee a little bit more. Or maybe take some blocks to either side of your foot. We're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One last time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Holding it here for 2 breaths. One last breath. And then slowly bringing it forward back into your low lunge. Lower that left knee to the earth as you uncurl your toes. And then we're going to slowly bring it back to half Hanumanasana. So coming high onto your right heel. Hips are stacked on top of your left knee. From here, we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Open the chest. Exhale, fold. So it's all about finding the rhythm of your breath, the inhales and the exhales. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Holding it here. Seeing if you can, again, find your left palm to the back of your hamstring, giving it a nice massage, noticing where it's tight, noticing where it needs a little bit more TLC today. And then gently coming forward back into your low lunge, curling your back toes under, and then taking your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, release it down. From here, we're going to spread the fingers nice and wide. Let's wash it all the way. Inhale, roll forward to your high plank. Exhale, lower down. Knees to the mat or all the way down in chaturanga. Elbows in towards the chest. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. From here, we're going to tiptoe the toes back towards the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One last time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. From here, we're going to take the index and the middle finger and wrap it around the big toe. Then we're going to press the big toe down into our fingers, into the mat, as we pull up with our index and middle finger. So we're really pulling and opposing forces here. As you press down through your big toe, you're also pulling up. So really lengthening through the spine here. So bend your knees here to begin with. Press your big toe down into your fingers, elbows wide, and then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. So really press that big toe down into the mat as you pull up with your index and middle finger to bring you closer towards your knees. Keeping your knees bent if that feels right for you, or maybe beginning to straighten your legs. So very deep forward fold here. Opening up through the back of the hamstrings. Give your head a shake from right to left, letting go of any tension. Keep pressing that toe down into the mat as you pull up, lengthening through the spine. 2 more breaths. Final breath. And then slowly, gently releasing your fingers. Bend your knees here a lot as you roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale your hands up and away. Touch your palms. Exhale, hands through heart center. Take a moment again to ground. Come back to your intention. And then let's take a giant step out with our left leg. So take your feet as wide as the mat, toes inwards, heels outwards. Take your hands to your hips. Inhale, open the chest, squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. And then exhale, slowly fold forward. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One last time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time we're going to walk our fingers underneath us, so fingers facing away from you, coming onto our fingertips and just walking your hands underneath you, seeing if you can keep the length in your spine. So as soon as you see your back curling, back off a little bit so you can keep that length in your spine. If this is really difficult for your hamstrings, you can also bend your knees here. Just walking your fingers as far as you can. Drop your head, give it a shake from left to right. So you're really feeling a nice opening through the back of the sit bones. One more breath here. And then slowly walking your palms back underneath you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees here a lot, like your fabric draping over your body. And then we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Take your time. Head is last to come up. Beautiful. Inhale your hands all the way up to the sky. And then exhale, bring your hands out to a T. We're going to take our right toes forward towards the front of the mat. So the heel to arch alignment, we're coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So from here, we're going to reach your right fingertips forward, bump your hips to the left, to the back of your yoga mat. And then from here, we're just going to spiral our chest open. So taking our hand to our shin, above our knee, as long as it's not on our knee. Or maybe even fingertips to the mat, pressing the outside of your right hand into your shin, opening up, stacking the shoulders, looking up towards the sky. Taking some deep breaths here, really open across the chest. This is one of my favorite postures to breathe in. So really strong through the lower body, strong through the legs as we pull up through the ground, really soft in the upper body as we roll our chest more towards the sky. One more breath. Exhale, look down towards the mat. Take your hands to frame your right foot, bending the knee if you have to, and just hop that left leg in slightly. So both your feet are facing forward. You can take your feet a little bit wider to find more balance. And then from here, we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One last time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Just taking a few breaths here, really opening up through the right hamstring. Again, so this is all about your practice. You can take your hand to the back of your right hamstring and just gently give it a massage, noticing where it's feeling tight, noticing where it's feeling good. Just a little self-care here, self-love. And then slowly from here, listen carefully, we're going to take that left leg and step it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling all the way up to standing. Taking your time here. Inhale, lift your hands up towards the sky. Touch your palms. Exhale, hands through heart center. Taking it over to the other side. So take a giant step out with your right foot this time. Feet as wide as the mat, toes in, heels out. And turn to face you. And this time we're going to take our hands behind us, interlace our palms, squeeze the palms together, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, puff up the chest, open the heart, and then exhale, fold forward. See if you can give your head a shake from left to right. Again, so we're going to spiral the inner thighs up and away from each other. So we open up to the sit bones. Taking one more breath here. And then slowly, gently bring your palms to your sit bones or to the lower back, and then slowly release your hands down by your side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Again, let's bend our knees here a lot as we roll up through our spine like we're fabric draping over our knees. Rolling all the way up to standing. Inhale, reach your palms up. Exhale, open up back into that T position. We're going to take it into Trikonasana on the opposite side. So turn your left toes this time to the front of the mat. Again, we're going to reach forward this time with our left hand. Reach, reach, reach as we bump our hips behind us to the back of the mat. And then again, finding that same position that you did on the opposite side, taking your hand to your shin, above your knee, or to the inside of your left shin. Reaching that right hand high to the sky. Big open here across the chest. Taking one more big breath here. And then exhale, slowly look down towards your foot. So again, we're going to frame our foot. We're going to hop that right foot in towards our left foot. So it's only got about 2 to 3 feet in between it. Turning both our toes to face the front of the mat. Maybe even finding a little bit more space in between our feet to keep our balance. And then from here, we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Again, finding the rhythm of your own breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Last time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Let it all go. So again, your practice, taking the back of your left foot this time, massaging the back of your hamstring, your calf. Just feeling into what feels good for you today, feeling into aches and pains, giving it some more TLC, some tender loving care. And then from here, we're going to inhale, look up, bend the right knee, and step the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rolling all the way up to standing. One vertebrae at a time. Inhale, hands rise above the head. Touch the palms. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time we're going to take our feet as wide as the mat. So I'm going to turn to face you. Taking our feet as wide as the mat, so heels inwards this time, toes outwards. And we're going to drop down into Malasana, squat pose. So gently just coming down towards the mat, grounding our energy here. So heels in, toes out. Just getting nice and comfy here, swaying from side to side. And then take your palms to heart center. Press your elbows into the inside of your knees. And then bring your hands closer towards your heart as you lift your chest up. So it's okay here if your heels aren't touching the ground. If you're up like this, it's okay. You can maybe even bring a blanket underneath your heels, or just keep them high. It's totally fine. It's okay if you're up here as well. Wherever you are, just finding some peace as you close your eyes, beginning to drop your energy down towards the mat. Imagine as if your spine is a tree trunk. As you inhale, you bring the energy up through the ground, through the spine as you lengthen out to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, you bring that energy back down through the crown of the head, through the trunk, through the spine. And then imagine like you're growing roots down into the earth, through the base of your spine. Taking a couple more breaths here. Beautiful. And then slowly release. We're going to take our palms in front of us and just fold forward, chin towards your chest. totally restorative pose here, just allowing yourself to fold forward. There's nothing left to do. And slowly rolling back up. Let's take our sit bones to the mat. Spread your legs out nice and wide. Inch your hips forward, so finding a nice straddle pose. And then from here, we're going to inhale, open the chest. Now this may be enough for you. You could just stay right here, toes pointing up towards the sky. So this is a great posture just to stay here, opening up the inner thighs here, the groin. If you're a little bit more open, level 2 or 3, maybe bringing your hands forward, elbows to the mat. Maybe even forehead to the mat. Wherever you are, just dropping your head, your chin, and just allowing yourself to fully surrender. Gently, slowly peeling your chest up. From here, you're going to take the back of your thighs and gently close your legs together, bringing the soles of your feet together. So your choice, you can slide your heels away from you or bring your heels in closer, depending on the opening of your hips. So your choice. I like to slide mine a little bit further away. And then from here, we're going to inhale, open our chest, and then exhale, fold forward. So there's a couple options here. You can drop your head down, take your hands around your feet. I like to slide my hands underneath my shins and then wrap my hands around my feet. Also, if you want to fully surrender here, you can place your palms facing upwards to fully let go. Just round through the spine. Just allow everything to let go here. One final breath. Slowly begin to peel yourself back up. Let's extend the right leg out to the side. Take the left heel in towards the groin. And then from here, we're just going to lengthen up through the spine. And we're going to take the right elbow to the inside of the right knee. And then reach our left hand all the way up towards the sky. Breathing into the left side body. Beautiful, and then slowly coming up. Take your left hand behind you, right hand forward. So we're gonna press into our right here and lift our hips high to the sky, pointing your right toes. Finding a nice opening across your chest. Exhale, lower all the way back down. Let's take it to the opposite side. Left leg extends, right sole of your foot comes to the inner groin, and then the left elbow is going to come to the inside of the left knee, and we're going to inhale the right hand up and over. Breathing into the right side body. Final breath. Bringing it all the way up. Listen carefully. Right hand behind you, left hand forward. Inhale, lift the hips, press into the left heel and up onto the right knee as you reach your left hand back. Stretching across the chest, opening up. One more breath. And then exhale, slowly lower all the way back down. Take your knees into an easy cross-legged position here. Coming into our final resting pose. Just taking your palms on top of your knees, closing your eyes, getting nice and tall through the spine, rolling your shoulders behind you, opening your chest. Just tuning in to how you feel now after your practice. Maybe even bringing the index and the thumb together. Just allowing yourself to get nice and quiet here. Softening through the body again, releasing any tension. Feel free to stay here as long as you can. But if you have to move on with the rest of your day, take a deep breath as you begin to wiggle your fingers. Then bring your palms to touch. Press your thumbs in towards your sternum. Bow your chin towards your chest. Thank yourself for coming to practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below, let me know how your practice went, or connect with me on social media such as Facebook or Instagram. Till we meet again on this wild journey of life.